Hello and welcome everyone. Let's continue with improving our HTML template build with Bootstrap. So till now we have almost completed our layout, but I want to do some improvements here. So let's do that. The first thing I want to do here is make this navigation bar fixed so that even when I scroll, that nav bar stays visible throughout the site or the scroll area. So to do that, it's fairly easy. Open up your index HTML file, and right here in your navigation menu, all we need to do is add one class, and it's called fixed top. Just by adding this class, you can see that our little scroll bar is kind of fixed. Okay, so let's try it. Home, let's go to about link, and it's going pretty well. I think it looks good. So that's it. I mean, it's that easy. Okay, very good. Now the problem with home icon not working is that we haven't given anything ID of home. So to do that, let's open up our index page, and for body, I think I have mistyped here. What you have to do is give body an ID of home so that home link would work. Okay, let's try it. Let's go to about and let's go to home. Okay, this is working. Now the next order of thing is that I want to make this jumping off section a bit smoother. Let's add some animation to this jumping process. To do that, we need to create a JavaScript file. So let's create a file. Now before this script, before we write anything on this script file, let's include it, and make sure that you include your script file after jQuery, Popper and Bootstrap script. Okay, so make sure that you add your custom script at the end. Let's give this navbar an ID so that we can uniquely identify them. Let's give it an ID of navbar. Let's say this as a main navbar. Now let's go to our script and let's write some JavaScript. Now the first thing I want to do is make sure that all our HTML are loaded. So to do that, I want to open this little jQuery function here, document.ready. This makes sure that all our HTML are already loaded. Okay, inside document.ready we'll do all our script. The first thing we'll do with this one is add smooth scrolling to our hash links. Okay, to do that, first thing we have to do is that we have to detect the click on these menu items. So let's do that. I'm using a jQuery selector. I hope you have some knowledge about jQuery. I'm not gonna dive deep into all this. I'm just gonna say what this actually is doing, and that's it. So let's select our main navbar, and inside that we have a link. Let's go to HTML, we have main navbar, and inside that all links are inside A or anchor tag. So let's target all those. So when you click on that, I want to run something function, and in JavaScript when you do some activity, be it clicking or mouse movement or whatever, you will have an event. So let's capture that event and let's continue writing. Now you have something called hash or hash link. So let's check if that is not empty. If this hash is not empty, then we want to do something. This means there is actually a link, a hash link there, hash home or hash contact or something like that. The first thing I want to do is I want to prevent the default behavior. I want to get the hash value of that particular link that you have clicked. So let's get a var and get that value. If you click on about, this will be about. If you click on contact, this will be contact, and so on. So next thing I want to do is let's add the animation, and that animation will target HTML and body, and let's animate. Again, this is jQuery function, it's animate. Okay, and this will take an object. So let's open up an object and we'll use scroll top, and it will go to hash location which we have captured earlier, and we will add an offset of top. Okay, and again this thing is coming from jQuery animate function, so if you are confused about it, you can go to its documentation and learn more about it. I want to make sure that the scrolling animation lasts for 1 second or 1000 milliseconds, and I want to add something to it, and that addition is we want to change the location. To do that, we use window dot location dot hash, or that hash location should be assigned to hash, and I think this should work. Let's try it. Let's remove this hash link for now. Let's go here, let's go to about, and it is not working. So to troubleshoot, you might have to open up your inspect element tab and go to console. Okay, so here we have a problem. Type error, something dot offset dot top is not a function. Oh, I know what happened. This should not have a parenthesis. Okay, I think that error is gone. Let's see what happened. And okay, it is still not working. Okay guys, after busting my head for a while, what I realized is that I am using the slim version of jQuery, and in slim version there is a maximum reduction of functionality, so I need to switch to full version. That's the problem here. Okay, so to do that, let's search for jQuery CDN, and let's go to their website. I want jQuery core, I want minified, and let's just copy that link, or let's just copy this whole script thing and let's paste it here. Okay, let's try this now. Let's close this. I think it is already refreshed. Let's go to about. Okay, very nice. Okay guys, this is it. So the next order of thing is that I want to add a button here, and when you click on that, you just go to the top of your website or the site sections. You can, most of websites now have that kind of button, so let's try that. Let's add that. The first thing I want to do is let's add a HTML button here, so that you get that little arrow and it will display whenever you come down to that section. So I wanna add this at extreme bottom of our site. Let's open our link with an ID of back to top, and this link will go to nowhere. Let's give it a class of button success for green, and let's make this button large, and also give it a class of back to top. The next order of things is that this button has a, this link has a role of button, first thing, and let's give it a title, and it will say, let's say back to top. And let's use Bootstrap data toggle attribute. Since we are using Bootstrap, once you add this, you will get this nice little effect. I will show you that. And let's place that a little hint on the left side. Okay, let's see. So for actual text, I want to write top. You can write anything, or you can use icon, but for now I am just writing top. So you can see it here. We obviously need to style this a bit, and we will be done. Let's style this. To style this, the first thing I think we have to do is put that button somewhere around here, and we will add other things similarly. Go back to here, style sheet, and let's start styling. I think we have given it a class of back to top. Let's make our cursor a pointer, so there's this little hand coming up when you go on the top. And next order of things is that let's give it a position of fixed. Let's place it 35 pixel from the bottom and 10 pixel from the right side of screen. Okay, let me show you what happened here. So we did a position of fixed and we moved our button about let's say 35 pixel from the bottom and 10 pixel from the right. So that is what happening here. And for now display is none. Why? Because we want to show this button only when users come down to about 25, 30, 40 or 50% of our site. We really don't want this button to display even when our user is on top. So by default let's just not display this button and use JavaScript to actually display this button when we require it. So once I do that, you can see that it's gone, but that doesn't mean that it's not there. Okay, so I think that's it. This should be done for now. Okay, now let's go to our JavaScript and let's add that effect. Let's come down, and this is back to top functionality. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to target windows, and when someone scrolls it, that's the thing we are listening at, because you want to make sure that there is actually some scrolling going on. Okay, so it will take a function, and let's open up that function and let's check if there is some scrolling going on. So for this, and scroll top, or the position from top of the screen is greater than 50, what I want to do is I want to make sure that little button pops up. So let's show that button, and I want a little animation to show that button. So let's use fade in, which is again jQuery functionality. Let's open up home page. For now it's not showing. Okay, so now that when I scroll about 50 pixel, you can see that button just pops up. Okay, so I hope you are getting this. Now we have just shown that button, and if it's greater than 50 or in any other situation, we just want to make sure that we don't display it. So once it is displayed, we want to fade out. Okay, let's see, let's scroll it. You can see that button here now, but when I go to top, you can see that it just fades out. Let's go to gallery. You can see that it's there. Click on the top button and it goes to top of your section and disappears. Let's go to contact. The button is here, click on it, it's gone, and we are on the top of our section. So that's fairly easy. Let's add some animation. Again, when you go to gallery, when you click on top, it's just jumping up there without any animation. So next order of things is that let's add some animation. Okay, to do that, let's target and see if there is a click on the back to top button. If there is a click, again guys, I am not going too much into detail about jQuery. I hope you will, if you are confused about it, you might want to learn about jQuery selector and jQuery animation. And let's animate that, the one we have used earlier. This takes an object, it's a scroll top to 0 or position 0. Okay, and in animate I want to make sure that this animation happens in about less than a second. And finally I want to return false. So let's try this. Let's go to home, let's go to about. There you have it, your top button. When you click that, you get back to top and you see this animation. This whole section should be outside this little scroll function. Okay, so that's the mistake I have made. The last thing I want to do is activate our tooltip. What that means is that we have already set up that HTML, but we haven't activated it. So let's target back to top, and then let's call Bootstrap function. This is Bootstrap function, mind you, and we will show that hint, and that's it. What this does is that when you hover over this button, you can see that this little black hint appears with our tooltip. Okay, now you can see that after testing a while, I am seeing this little error here. The tooltips is there even when I go to top. See, you can see that the tooltip is here, but when I go to top, the tooltip is still there. So let's think about it, where we should stop that from happening. So once I click on that back to top function or that button, I think our tooltip should hide. So let's hide that. Okay, so let's try this. We are here, back to top. When you click on it, that tooltip vanishes, so does the button. And finally, I really don't like that top word. Maybe you want to use a caret here. I don't know even if that looks good. It's okay, but it's not that good. Let's just add font awesome. So to use their icon, let's go to get started here, and let's use CDN or this link. I think I will use this. Let's just copy it, come to your index page, go to your head section, and after we have pulled our font, let's pull our font awesome CDN. and there are a lot and lots of icons. Let's choose 3 icons, and I think I like this one or this one. Again, it's your choice, you can obviously switch it, but I think I will use this one. Let's see. I think it's okay. Let's copy this code, this little code, and the place where you have that little caret, just paste that and save it. There you go. Much better, I like it. It's really nice. Okay guys, I think this is it for this series. I know it's fairly basic template, but the point here is to make sure that you kind of use all the component available in Bootstrap and write as few CSS as possible to achieve a layout like this. So I hope you have learned something from here. Okay guys, I think that's it for today and this series. Bye bye. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe on these videos. It will mean a lot to me. Thank you.